Okay guys, in this set we're taking a look at leg attacks that come off when we're shooting in on our partner. And the first set is going to start with a low single attack. Now before we get into the attack and the follow-up, we have to learn how to do the low single. And to understand, the low single looks something like this here, where we're shooting in on our partner from a not insignificant distance. The low single is probably the longest distance shot we have, and in order to get it, we have to have very specific handwork. So I'm generally going to do this when we've got a mirrored stance, my right leg forward and Stefan's left leg is forward. And the basic idea is that what we're looking to do is end up in this position where my pinky is on the ground, right behind his heel, my elbow on the ground, and my temple right at the inside of his knee. Now, in order to get to that position smoothly and comfortably, we need our back hand to post on the ground first before the knee hits the ground. The reason this is significant is not only does it slow my descent down and give me more control, but here, if I just drop to that knee, notice I did not cover enough distance. By putting this hand down, I can take advantage of my ankle extension here to gauge the distance and go as far as I need. So even from a distance like this, here, we can shoot, post that hand, and now extend that ankle, coming right here. And now from here, again, Stefan stays standing when his knee is over his ankle. So we're going to pivot on our right knee here, push his knee beyond the range of his ankle, and now we're in position to start attacking our legs, or his legs rather. So again, we see the mirrored stance here. Now, just to understand for context, the low single can be done in a close range, but then we're not going to be doing much of a shot. In fact, if I try to shoot, now I'm too close. So in this range, I'm actually going to have to step this leg back so that I can get to the right spot. So we'll go over those dynamics in more depth, but the idea is regardless of your distance, here, once you get to this point, you're pivoting on that knee here, and your partner goes down. Let's just come this way a little. So your partner goes down. As that's happening, we're going to continue to pivot on this knee and fence inside this thigh here. Now from here, elbow knee glued, I'm going to put my hand on his stomach and I'm going to transfer my weight from my back leg to my lead leg so that my lead foot can post right on his hip. Now, again, we're in our footlock opportunity. We can simply slide back, but that's always, again, made stronger by fencing inside here. We move our hips back, we slide our ankle back. And just one detail we didn't get into yet. When I slide back, his heel goes down in this little curve. We want to slide until our forearm gets caught on that heel bone or that ankle bone. So we fence inside, we slide back, and now everything's the same. We grab our guillotine style grip, elbows forward, hands come up. We roll the shoulders back, pinch the elbows tight, and now this right elbow jumps back. We transfer the weight. So right now my weight's somewhat on my hips and my right shoulder. We're going to transfer it to his foot, roll the shoulders back again, then pinch the elbows again. Again, keeping these toes pointed out for now. We're now going to arch our head back here and make sure to extend our legs. So again, because there are many mechanisms of finish, we're going to, as they tap to one, we relieve that pressure and go to the next so we can practice all pieces of the puzzle.
So in real life, you'd be doing all of them all at the same time?
All at the same time, and the idea is that we shouldn't need to get to the end because you should be tapping early in the match or early in the attack. But should your defense be strong, should you be really resilient, really flexible, those extra details are going to help make sure I tap you. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that one more time, but then we're going to talk about how to set it up. So again, regardless of my distance, I won't over-exaggerate and shoot from crazy far because he'll have a lot of opportunity to see it coming in to defend. But at this distance, even though it looks like I'm fairly far for a traditional shot, it's actually almost too close for a low single. So I'm going to get our drop step again here, and now I'm going to take a really minor step because I'm so close to him. Because this hand posting allows me to really extend here. Now, common mistake is even just this, being that high off the ground, his ability to pull his heel back is much stronger. Yeah. Versus here, he tries to pull his heel back. I'm right at the end of the lever. The other common mistake is to keep our elbow off the ground. That prevents us from being able to pivot and push into his knee. Now, this looks too easy to be true, or too good to be true. But children can take adults down with this because it's not much to push that knee off of that ankle line. And here, we have our whole body to do it. So, even though it looks almost, you could almost think it looks fake, it's very, very strong.
And it's only used by the highest level wrestlers in the world all the time.
Yeah, I mean, John Smith was, I think, gold medal Olympian, who this is the Smith single.
Yeah.
So again, now this is in the instance where we're mirrored. We're going to talk about what happens if we're not. But again, we're here. How do I set this up? Because even though it's actually relatively hard to stop, we don't want him to be well prepared for it. So when we spoke in our guillotine series about setting him up, we talked about forcing him to match my level. Then as we come back, we move around, we force him to match the level, and then by coming down and jumping, we have the guillotine opportunity. So we're going to do the same thing in reverse. So we're going to come down, match level, come down, match level, come down, fake going up, and then come right into our low single. So again, come down. Oh, I didn't really go up. And that's the idea, that we're trying to get him to match us so that we can get one step ahead. Now, again, this is if we're mirrored. If we're matched, if he switches and it's both of our right legs forward, this is not going to work. There are attacks where I can pluck this ankle, but pushing on the outside is not helpful, and Stefan can spin to my back here. This is a very bad idea. So if I like the low single, but I see that we're matched, we need to adjust our step. The problem is, if we're here, for me to do such a big gross movement, it's a big tell. It very much tells Stefan what I'm about to do. So what we want to do instead is take a small step to the side that brings this foot just slightly forward, while this leg now steps slightly backwards as we continue to move to our left. So when I see this happening, I don't want it to be obvious. I want it to look like I'm just moving to the side so that I'm in position to attack, but I'm not giving that tell. So again, we're moving around. Might set him up. Slight move to the side. Boom. Here. Now as he goes down, again, we're going to pivot on this knee, step into that space like I want a knee cut, but right now my weight is mostly back here. I'm going to transfer it forward here, lift this ankle, step, and now we're right in position to attack. Again, this knee, just like we talked about in an earlier set, the knee wants to touch the ankle, and this foot is flexing up onto his thigh to close that circuit. We're going to fence inside, move back till we catch the heel, elbows forward, up and back, jump this back, rotate, again, roll the shoulders back, pinch the shoulder blades together, the elbows together here. Once you feel your upper body set, and even all that arm work, again, one of the common mistakes we want to watch out for here is arching and leaving the hands low. So what that requires is that we keep the hands pulling up. And so as you're doing all this arm work, almost try to finish them just with the hands here. Now, as we arch, again, we don't want to start with the hips and the chin tucked. We start with the chin, sternum here. As the chin and sternum open, we extend the legs here. Then we can start adding the hips, and it comes on fairly strong.